It's raining pretty heavy, so I'm not on the trail today. So let's talk. Somewhere in the last few months, someone handed you a list. Travel more, find a new hobby, volunteer, stay connected, give back. And somewhere near the bottom, almost certainly, someone mentioned golf. Something in you reads that list and quietly thinks, none of this is me. So let's talk about 4 steps to design a retirement that actually fits you. Step number 1, generic retirement advice was never actually built for you. Here's what that generic advice is actually assembled from. Research drawn from thousands of different people across dozens of different life circumstances. Books written by authors whose specific values, energy levels, and relational histories bear almost no resemblance to yours. Well-meaning friends who retired 3 years ahead of you and are enthusiastically handing you the exact playbook that worked for them, as if the reason it worked had nothing to do with who they specifically are. Now, listen, that's not bad advice. It's just not advice for you. Here's the structural problem. Generic retirement advice, by definition, is built around averages. And averages describe nobody's actual experience perfectly. The composite retiree at the center of most retirement advice travels a certain number of times a year, volunteers a certain number of hours, maintains a certain number of close friendships. None of those descriptions are wrong, but they describe a statistically assembled human being who does not, in practice, actually exist. The advice built for that composite is going to fit you somewhere between reasonably well and absolutely not at all. So here, before anything else, one permission. You are not obligated to design a retirement that looks like anyone else's. Not your neighbor's, not your brother-in-law, not a curated version floating around online where everyone seems to have simultaneously discovered watercolor painting giving inner peace. The only retirement worth building is the one built around who you actually are, which I guess sounds obvious until you realize how many people spend the first 2 years of retirement quietly trying to want the things they've been told they should want. That's not designing your retirement. That's performing it. Those are very different experiences, and only one of them feels like it's actually yours. All right, step 2, map your energy, not someone else's activity list. There's a specific kind of flat, gray, tired that doesn't come from overwork. It comes from spending the day doing the right things, the productive things, the responsible things, and arriving at the end of it feeling empty. You know that feeling. And in retirement, that feeling isn't a flaw. It's actually a signal. Your energy map is simple to build. Not always easy, but simple. Here's what you do. Look back across your working life, honestly, not nostalgically, and identify the moments where time flew, where you were so absorbed in what you were doing that you forgot to check the clock. You forgot to be tired. Not the things you were recognized for, not the accomplishments that looked good on paper, not even things other people assumed you loved because you were good at them. Think about the things for you that made time stop. That's your energy map. That is where your personal retirement design should actually begin, because the retirees I speak with who find their rhythm quickest are almost never the ones with the longest activity list. They're the ones who got ruthlessly honest about what generally lights them up, as opposed to what merely fills up their hours. Those are two very different things. And most generic retirement advice never once teaches you to tell them apart. So let me just say, if you like this video and you find it helpful, please consider giving it a like, as this helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out to others who also might find it helpful. And if you like this type of content, please take a look at my channel. I've got lots of other videos, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so let me offer you a different frame for this whole design process and what it actually is. Every meaningful hike eventually reaches a point where the marked trail runs out. The blazes, the marks on the trees, stop. The well-worn path becomes grass, rock, and a general direction. And the hiker standing at the edge has 2 options. Turn back to where the trail was safely and clearly marked, or take the compass bearing and start moving through new terrain. Generic retirement? Generic retirement advice is the marked trail. It's real, it exists. It exists because actual people walked it, and it led somewhere genuinely worth going. The trail served people well, not as a metaphor, but as a thing that happened. But at a certain point, your specific particular point, it ends. And if you think about it, what comes next doesn't look like someone else's route, because it isn't someone else's route. Blazing your own trail isn't rejecting the wisdom of everyone who went before you. It's acknowledging that your destination is yours and that nobody has walked exactly this terrain with this exact path towards this exact version of a well-lived life. The trail ahead is unmapped, but that's not the problem. That's the whole point. Okay, step number 3, design through small experiments, not big plans. The most common mistake retirees make when trying to build a retirement that fits is trying to solve the entire design problem before they've actually lived any of it. They construct the ideal week. They map the perfect balance of activity, rest, purpose, and connection. They build this framework on paper or on a whiteboard and then discover, usually around month 4, that the beautifully designed plan has almost no relationship to how they actually feel on a Thursday afternoon. Here's what I hear consistently from the retirees I speak with. When they finally describe the finding of their rhythm, not by planning it, by stumbling onto it. A small thing that they tried once became something that they looked forward to. A person they met at an event they almost didn't attend. An activity that picked up almost reluctantly that turned out to carry far more meaning than anything that they had ever deliberately planned. The retirement that actually fits you doesn't get fully designed in advance and on paper. It gets discovered through trying small things and paying honest, unhurried attention to what stays and what you get rid of. This isn't an absence of planning. You still need to plan, but that is exactly the right methodology for this particular kind of design. All right, number 4, give yourself a design window, not a deadline. There is a pressure, often from inside, sometimes from around you, to have retirement figured out on a timeline. Thriving by month 3, clear on purpose by year 1, looking like the settled, purposeful version of yourself by the time people stop asking how the transition is going. That pressure is the generic template speaking again. And it has no idea what your particular terrain looks like. Real design, the kind that produces something that actually holds, takes iteration and practice. Some experiments will be wrong. Some things you were certain you'd love will feel hollow when you actually live inside them. Some things you approach with low expectations will quietly become the center of your week. That was me in pickleball. Love it. None of that is failure. That is a process working correctly. The retirees that I talk to with who find their rhythm by year 2 aren't the ones who planned more carefully in month 1. They're the ones who kept adjusting and micro-changing and crucially stopped treating the need to adjust as evidence that something had gone wrong. So there you have it. 4 steps. Reject the generic template. It was never built for you. Map your energy, not someone else's activity list. Design through small experiments, not blueprints. And give yourself a real design window, not a performance deadline. Here's what sits underneath all 4. For most of your adult life, the structure of your days was largely handed to you. The schedule, the role, the clear sense of what you were for and what success looked like. You didn't have to design it. It came built into the job. Retirement is, in one very specific sense, the first time in 40 years that someone has handed you a completely blank trail. No blazes on the tree, no worn path underfoot, no composite retiree in a brochure pointing you in the right direction. And that is not a problem to solve. That is the most significant design opportunity most people will ever be handed. Take advantage of it. The retirement that fits you hasn't been walked before. Not in exactly this configuration, not with your history, with your energy, with your particular version of what matters and what doesn't. Which means the person who decides what it looks like, what earns a place in the pack, and what gets left at the trailhead, which fork to take when the path divides, and how fast you move and when you rest, resides with one person. That person is you. Not a checklist, not a composite, not an average, not the enthusiastic neighbor who found his perfect retirement and can genuinely not understand why you haven't found yours. You get to design yours. And for the record, golf is still there and entirely optional. The trail is yours, folks. Take the time, design accordingly, and have fun doing it. I'll see you out on the trail when it stops raining. Talk soon.